my channel. My name is Rachel, if you don't already know. Like
My name's not Rachel. That's Rachel.
Hey guys, it's Rachel. Welcome to another video. We are here with my friend Danielle today, and we are going to be looking at her crystal collection. Danielle is a dear friend of mine. We've known each other for probably like 10-ish years.
Yeah.
And we became good friends immediately.
We did. Kindred spirits, if you will.
And Danielle is a crystal collector as well. And how long do you think you have been interested in crystals?
Longer than I started collecting them, really, for many reasons. But you know how that, in the beginning you're like, well, I'm not in the right environment to harvest that. So after that, I was able to, actually after my divorce is when I really started to collect them. So I would say probably, I've been interested for a lot longer, probably 15 plus years. That's not true, 10 plus years, probably around the same time I met you. And then started collecting probably 2 or 3 years ago. Really, actually, having them in the home and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm. And I've seen her crystals before, and I know she has them, but not long ago she started sending me all these pictures of things she got that day, and I was like, can I please come over and film your crystal collection?
Well, because for you have they're almost like trinkets, they're just like, oh, I have a few tumbled stones in a jar, I could hold them in my hand.
That's how it starts for everybody.
Yeah, and then I was like, I need bigger ones. You can't have enough. They're like, it's more. It's almost. There's a book that somebody talks about the Diderot effect. Have you seen that?
No.
It's where you buy things and it becomes almost like an obsession. One purchase leads to just more and more and more and more and more.
Oh.
And it's called the Diderot effect. And the reason why I know that is because my loving husband is such a nerd. He reads a lot, and I love him dearly. And so I get a lot of useless, sometimes not useless knowledge, but that's how I know about that. It's because of the book that he read, and it's called the Diderot effect.
Do you know the last time we saw each other was exactly 1 year ago yesterday? I was looking through pictures on my phone,
What?
and I saw the one of us when we went out for dinner.
Oh, yeah.
And I clicked on it, and it was yesterday, a year ago. Right before everything,
went crazy?
Yeah.
That's so strange. There must be something where we need to reconnect at a certain given time. We'll be okay for a while, and then we're like, oh, okay, and we need to come back.
You've already said 5 things today I needed to hear.
Oh, wow. Well, then we're doing great. This is a productive session.
I feel like we could have a talk show. This
Oh,
feels very,
100%. Absolutely.
Not natural, but more I've been here before. Let's look at crystals.
Hooray! So I have this cluster here. I'm not really sure why I put it together. You know how that goes. But we have rose quartz, shungite, and clear quartz cluster. And then honestly, so these and this are stones that I got in the very beginning, and I don't know why they're there together either, but they are. This is my Capricorn candle jar, and
cute.
I don't know. This is my beautiful new baby.
I wanted to buy him so many times, but I knew I wasn't supposed to.
That's silly. So I found him, on that little shelf at the bottom. Okay, so I was like, but then my, budget, right? So I was like, I can't justify spending this much money on it. Ironically, my husband also looked at it, and before we spoke, he goes, oh my God, I have to have that. I'm leaving with that. There's no way we're not leaving with that. So then I come back and I'm like, did you see that big piece of blue calcite over there? And he's like, yeah. I was like, it's so expensive though. And he was like, oh, I already decided we were leaving with it. And I was like, yes. So blue calcite, strangely enough, is supposed to they all do this in their own way, but this one specifically is supposed to do like relieve stress and anxiety, any kind of like nervous tension in the house. It's supposed to clear it away. So I was like, that has to go in the main room. Where my children's rooms are off this wing or whatever you want to call it, and they have had it a little rough with my divorce, just having to go from household to household. So that being said, I thought it would be nice to have it in here for them, and then it also kind of can bleed through their rooms, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So I knew I had to have him. He's so pretty.
He's beautiful.
Oh,
and he is so big.
So I tried to pick him up, and I was like, wow, okay, well, honey, I think you're going to have to carry this for me because I can't.
Ooh.
So this is another piece of jasper. I forget what kind, to be honest with you.
Turn it around.
There's like really dark spots in it.
Is it polychrome jasper?
Maybe. So the reason why I don't remember is because, oddly enough, my 12-year-old client brought me this as a gift.
Oh my gosh.
Because his stepmother also is very much into crystals, and we were talking, and he's seriously like a 30-year-old man trapped in like a 12-year-old's body.
Uh-huh.
And he's an old soul, obviously. Very socially aware, very in tune with everything. He, in discussion, figured out that I like crystals. And sure enough, the next time he came back, he brought me this. And it's a big piece of jasper. And I was like, son, how much did you pay for this? He was like, oh, it's okay. I took it from my allowance. It was part of my allowance for my Christmas gifts I wanted to give to people. And you always make me feel so good when I come here because you actually talk to me. Most people don't want to. So, and I was like, oh my God.
Oh my God, I'm dying.
I know. It was probably one of the most beautiful gifts I've ever gotten.
Oh.
How selfless. It was amazing. I don't know why, but he chose to live up here with her. She likes to sit up here, so.
Very cool.
Yeah. The same day I got the blue calcite, he was very attached to these other two pieces that we bought too, and they're in his office. So this is a piece of onyx, which I know is strange because typically people think it's black, and I'm sure there is some that are black, but this is actually an onyx plate.
I've always liked that one because of the red line.
Yes. And this is another piece of jasper.
Ocean jasper.
Mm-hmm.
We love ocean jasper.
And he was very attached to that because, I don't know, he kept looking in the corner at it, and it looked like a mountain, and he's always sort of associated himself with like the mountains.
It's like a cosmic mountain. I can totally see him liking this for that reason.
Mm-hmm. So they live in here. And funnily enough, I don't remember the properties right now, but it's all of the things that he struggles with anyway. When we read them, we were like, oh my God, this is why you wanted these crystal. I mean, like, it was obvious.
Mm-hmm. There's a piece of organite, guys. I made that.
Yeah. So we have these two laying about. I leave this one in here for him and all of his electronic. I have two other ones that you made, and they're actually at each window sill, a corner of each window. So the leaves.
Mm-hmm.
So they stay there. I think the children have each their own as well. I can't remember. Funnily enough, his name is Jasper, and we're big fans of Jasper in this house. And I named him prior to owning anything like that, so it's just very strange. The majority of the rest of the stuff that I have is in my bedroom because, I don't know, it's your sanctuary, it just needs to be back here. Mm-hmm. Most of them sit at my vanity because I sit here a lot.
Such a cute vanity. Oh my God.
Again, jasper. Another piece of ocean jasper. So big and pretty.
Oh my God, so pretty.
I love the colors, and I love these holes back here. There's a couple little holes back here that are really nice. That is a piece of golden calcite, I believe.
Optical.
This one has the inclusions in it, I think. if you put it up to the light, it almost does like, here, we can put this light on. I don't know if you can see it. But if you look up through it, right?
Beautiful, beautiful. Ooh, moldavite.
Oh yeah. He likes to live up there and look at me every day
Mm-hmm.
while I'm getting ready.
Oh my god, he's so cool.
This is recommended by my dear friend Rachel that I had to have, that she told me a long time ago, and I finally got it. It's the most beautiful piece of flower agate I think I've ever seen.
I think I had a dream that you needed it.
That's what it was.
Yeah.
And apparently I'm very attached to calcite. So this is Caribbean calcite.
Mm-hmm.
This is pink calcite.
Mhm.
This is honey calcite.
Mm-hmm.
And this is Kenzite, the pink one.
God, that's a pretty piece of Kenzite.
It was on this awful, very cheap, necklace arrangement.
Yeah.
And she seemed very unhappy living in there.
Yeah.
And I tried to wear it, and it didn't feel right. So I took her out. She's very mother. She encompasses all mother energy. So that's sort of why she lives in here too.
Is this selenite or satin spar right here?
Yep, this is a selenite plate, and then I have, so we live in South Carolina, during all of the rain that we seem to have for 2 months, I was like, where is the sunshine? Because my sad light and my vitamin D cream was no longer working. So I was like, I need orange. I was like, really, I need an orange. So I went and bought, because I love orange calcite. So I went and bought a bracelet of orange calcite, and I bought rose quartz. And so I started wearing them around for quite some time. I don't feel like I need them as much anymore, but I did for a while. And then it's nice because I got this plate out, and I was like, I'll just recharge them every day, because they were working a lot at the time.
Mm-hmm.
And then I could just recharge them every day by laying on the plate. So the other ones that I have live up here in this very witchy bowl that I love.
Ooh.
And I had them on the floor, and I didn't like it. And so because it's made the three, it kind of just snugly fits on the back of mine, which is nice. So this is what I have around me all the time, because I like to tend to be in here a lot. So we have a big, beautiful piece of Smoky Quartz, and then we have another piece of quartz, which this one's my favorite piece of all time, I think.
Mm-hmm.
This was the one I told you that I was meditating in the yard, and I accidentally left him there.
Mm-hmm.
And the lawn people, because I'm bougie, ran over it and kind of roughed him up, but I cleansed him with water and saged him and put him out in the sun and held him for a very long time, for several days. So I'm hoping that he's recovered. My poor little baby. Weirdly enough, though, when I started holding him again, there's this very strange thumb imprint now that when I hold it like this, my thumb fits perfectly in there. That wasn't there before. That was cut by the lawnmowers. And even though I thought he was violated, it felt like he was fine with it, because then I could hold him easier in some way. It was so funny. But anyway, yeah, just like a perfect, my thumb, and I have tiny fingers. It fits perfectly in there. It's so weird. And the extended piece that wraps down comes evenly, so that I just, he's very gripped very well in there. He's not going anywhere. Along with some orange calcite, which I used to carry him around forever. Amethyst. Let's see, is that clear quartz? Yeah, clear quartz. Another rose quartz, apparently I can't get enough. And it's another clear quartz. And then this is Libyan desert glass, which is a new baby.
More yellow.
Exactly. Is this no. This is Snowflake Obsidian, I believe. Yeah. And then this, because you gotta have a little spark in the bedroom. This is Fire Agate. So pretty.
What is your ring? Is that a crystal in your ring?
It is. So I'm a Capricorn, and garnet is my stone for my sign. This was bought in an art festival in at Atalaya.
Very cool.
And so it's homemade, and Kirk got it for me. So there was intent. So it was given. And so I've been really drawn to it lately because I wear gold as well. And so, of course, I feel like I can't wear this, because you're wearing gold earrings. You're like, I can't, it doesn't go. So I started wearing silver again because I needed to wear this ring for some reason. Which is funny because you've been attracted to garnet lately too, haven't you? Yeah. So it must be the time of year. Obviously, the cap sign was just happened,
right?
Or whatever. But I'm not ready to give her up yet for some reason. So.
People behind you, I can see golfers.
So I live on a golf course, and they're just 4.
Good old South Carolina.
Yeah. I'm super excited that I purchased this bad boy. I have a lot of Rachelestmae now. I bought 3 more today. But this one is going in my bathroom. So it was meant for the space, just so you know. She made it just for me. And right here.
Very cool. You can see the salt on it.
Oh, it's so pretty.
I don't think you can even tell. Oh, there's the salt in the shot.
Yeah, there's all kinds of salt in it. Whenever I came to her house and she had this finished, it was hanging up, I think, above your desk, right? And immediately I was like, I have to have that one. I just put her up there. She lives there.
Ooh.
I did that a few months ago, and I hated it. Of course, it's because that's what we do. We hate immediately. We hate it. And then I didn't have all of this done on it. She kind of just stayed this middle section for a long time, and then I went back and did all of this.
It's like she's diving into a portal.
That's exactly how I painted it, yeah. So I feel like most people do this that own crystals. You want a barrier for your front door. I have...
I can put it all the way.
Which ironically, actually, my ex-husband does not ever want to step foot in this house, and I feel like this is why. So there's many reasons why, I'm sure, but I feel like really this is why. So there is, I think, Snowflake Obsidian, clear quartz, I think carnelian, so for happiness, so anybody that comes in here, I want them to feel happy. And then there's the same sort of on this side, except for it's mainly, is there an obsidian up there? Yes. So there's obsidian clear quartz on this side. I didn't have 2 carnelians, so we just did the one. But
Also little tidbits that I've accumulated. A lot of them Rachel helped me pick out. Actually, at one of the shops she used to. Those are so cute together. This box is so cute.
that's it.
I know.
I really wanted to go buy more. There is this crazy big orange calcite point that I want really, really badly.
Yeah.
Like, it's so big that it's a big mamma jamma.
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking
It's like
about.
right in the front.
Yeah. Well, that was Danielle's crystal collection. I hope you guys enjoyed it. But also let us know if you think that we should start a talk show, because I think that that could definitely be a thing.
It could work. Maybe this is the beginning. Here. Hey, husband.
He's not waving back.
Oh yeah, which that's what I said to you before. Like, I talk to myself in the mirror a lot, and reason being is because you don't necessarily want to talk to someone else because you don't want to have to hear what they have to say back.
Oh, yeah.
It's really about getting your thoughts. It's really about talking to yourself, honestly. You're like, and then you go over these things, and sometimes in conversation with yourself, you say exactly what you needed to figure out or know or whatever. And to me, sometimes I actually enjoy that much better than talking to someone else, because anymore I feel like there's very few people I can speak with that can't interject their own opinions on really harshly, and there's nothing wrong with that, because I do it too, honestly. I've caught myself doing the same thing, but I encourage people to actually talk to themselves in the mirror, as crazy as that sounds, because you already know the answer, really. You're struggling with it, and all you have to do sometimes is sit down and talk to yourself, and then you're like, oh, well, all right, good talk.